Okay, happy Friday, everyone. This is Mr. Young again, and this is a video about wrapping cables without ties. It's kind of piggybacking on the last video of just putting up cables. Once again, ties. The best possible ties you could use that I think are great are those Velcro ties, or even those wire ties. The Velcro is better because it could be used more than once. The wire ties, after a while, the wire starts to break down. I absolutely tell the teachers, I tell them try not to use rubber bands because it starts to get brittle and it crusts over because of temperature. It just expands. It's just really horrible. And especially don't use zip ties because those zip ties are very hard to remove. They only go one way. They get tighter and tighter. Then you have to use a pair of scissors to cut them. And sometimes, when you're using scissors, you might actually cut into the cable. So I'm going to show you another method that I use. Let me see if I get the video real quick. So, right, let me play it. There we go. Okay, so what I do is I wrap the wire onto itself, and there's a specific way that I do it. It looks clean to me. These are basically laptop chargers, and it helps me organize my cart. Okay, so you could tell one end I wrap the cable onto itself, the other end has a little Velcro thing, which most of them do. But if you don't have that Velcro thing, it's okay. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so this is the end of it. What I do is I pretty much fold it 2 times or 3 times depending on the length of the cable. And then what I do is I start to wrap it around, and I try to do it neatly. So the cable, since it's flat, it kind of goes one way. And then towards the end of the loop, I poke it through the hole to keep it in one place. And then, see how fast that was? I'm going to do it a couple more times so you can actually watch. So one side of it has that Velcro, and if you don't have it, I'm going to go ahead and show you, how to wrap it into itself anyway. So it's really easy. Once again, I just kind of fold it onto itself 2, maybe 3 times. I think I did it like 4 times on this one. It's kind of thin. So after I do that, I start wrapping it around the cable. And then towards the end, to lock it, I loop it through the hole. See? And we're just going to ignore that Velcro. Even though I could have used it, I just wanted to show you. So I've done one end. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other end. Okay, I think that's 3 times. And it may take a little bit of practice. It's easy for me because I've been doing this for years. Don't feel bad if you can't get to it or it looks kind of sloppy the first time. As long as you keep the cables in check and they're not sticking to other cables and turns into one big like mess, that's fine. We're just doing this to preserve the cable and keep it in one place so it's not too messy. And I actually keep it in this state before I put it in the laptop cart because, yeah, in the laptop cart, it could get really, really messy. People start pulling the cables apart, and it's just everywhere. So I'm going to show you. See, I lock it by looping it through. And actually, what I just showed you, let me see if I could rewind it a little bit. Okay, so I loop it through, and basically, the reason why I did that is I just wanted to show you that I could change the length of the cable. For example, sometimes it's too short. See, right now you've got about 1 foot, and if that doesn't work for me, that length, I remove some of the loops and I loop it through again, and now it kind of is 1.5 feet. Okay, so that's why I did it that way. That's what I kind of wanted to show you. So don't feel bad if it's not long enough. You don't have to redo the whole cable. Just a couple of loops to kind of control the length of the cable. Okay, so now I'm going to do the front end again as if that Velcro wasn't there. I kind of just fold it a couple of times and then loop it to lock it. Okay, there you go. Cable's already ready. And I'm going to do one more over here. Let's see. Now, I realized I was going a little fast, so I'm going to do it over again. Once again, I'm folding it onto itself. see, I think that's 3 times, and then now is when I start to loop it onto itself. Okay, and see, it's okay. It doesn't have to lock the on that end. It just has to lock at the very end of the cable where the plug is. Okay, let's see. See, it's not locked yet. I haven't looped it through. When you loop it through, it keeps the plug from escaping, so I call it, that's what I say when I mean locked, okay? So let's see if that works. And I'm going to show you the other end. Once again, I could use the Velcro to my advantage as well. If it's there, I don't have to do the loop and lock method. I just basically fold one end and keep the Velcro on the side until I fold the other end of it. And then when everything's folded, I go ahead and use the Velcro because it's long enough for both ends. The power cord end and the one that goes to the laptop. See, now I just used Velcro. I didn't have to do my other method because the Velcro was available. Okay. Now, this could work with different cables. As you see right here, I have a VGA cable for the laptop. This is a cable for, let me see, I think this is for a cassette player or radio. And then this is your regular power cable right up here, okay? This is a power cable for a laptop. So any random cable, see, I could do both ends. I don't have to, you know, limit it to what I just showed you. So this will work for all cables. Hopefully that, you know, that helped out, and, you know, it'll help you get your cables organized, okay? So let me go ahead. And once again, this is Mr. Young, and I hope you have a good weekend. Talk to you later.